Hey guys, we're heading on a new adventure.
Yep, over to, I don't know where we're going. Well, maybe Mount Pilchuck.
Maybe Mount Pilchuck. We're definitely going hiking up in that area.
Yeah. We're definitely going to go on a lake hike. We don't totally know if we're going to go to Mount Pilchuck just because it might be in a cloud.
Yeah, the weather's kind of sketchy and we don't want to hike up a challenging hike just to find ourselves in the middle of like rainy shit with no viewpoint.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. So we're heading towards our destination and this is the weather that we're looking at. So
it's nice and clear here, but up north it looks cloudy, which is basically where we're going. So
yeah, and that sounds not very fun. The rain is coming.
No, it's not. It's here already. It's already here. See that mountain over there? Yeah, I don't either. Not good.
This is not what we were hoping for.
Not good. Ah! Well, it's 12:30 and we finally got into the trailhead. Which might be a slightly late start, but I think we'll be able to make it work. Just to clarify, we're not hiking Mount Pilchuck yet. We're not even sure if we're going to hike Mount Pilchuck today. This is just Heather Lake.
Yeah. It depends on how the clouds look and how the rain looks, which has gone away for the moment, but we're hoping that there's a chance it could come back, and that would definitely axe all Mount Pilchuck plans. So we're finally on the trail, which is honestly pretty neat, even if there are a couple early season hazards going on.
Yeah, looks like there's a river and such happening on the trail, so that'll be interesting, but that just means we get to film interesting things.
There's actually quite a few cars in the parking lot today. Even though it's a Thursday, we did not make it here until a little bit later, but guessing this trail gets pretty busy in the summer on weekends.
Yeah, especially because it's rainy today.
Yeah.
And it's a Thursday. So.
But I guess it's a pretty cool hike, so let's go check it out. We're continuing up the trail, and it became not a river for a while, but now it's beginning to turn back into a river, which is rather exciting. There's some landslide action and some like mysterious forest falling over action. Other than that, we think we were hiking when the trail got pretty nice. We think we were on a logging road, an old logging road for a while. But now we're back on what seems to be a pretty typical Washington State hiking trail. Today's trip has actually gone through a couple incarnations. We were supposed to go to about like 5 other places other than this, and we ended up deciding to come here instead. We were originally planning on spending the entire weekend at Hurricane Ridge.
That was like last week we were planning on doing that.
Yeah, and then we found out that there was going to be like thunderstorms and lightning and rain and fog, so viewpoints would be silly and pointless. So we decided we were going to come here. Well, first we thought we were going to go to Mount Baker for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, because Bellingham looked nice, but then we looked at Mount Baker and it was like thunderstorms too. And then we looked about everywhere else, and here, Mount Pilchuck actually didn't look too bad. So we were planning on coming here. And then we second-guessed ourselves and decided that it might be a little too rainy and foggy and gross
to do a mountaintop.
And we were planning on going to Wallace Falls for a little while on Highway 2. But we finally decided to come back here.
This morning.
After
we both slept in.
Yeah. Because even though a waterfall hike would have been pretty good today, because still a lot of water's coming down from the spring, and it was rainy, and you can still do a waterfall and see a waterfall in the rain usually. We decided that this was better because it had a less likelihood of raining, and we could we didn't have to go to a viewpoint.
So we have confirmed that we are 20 minutes away, give or take a lot, but it's going to be muddy on the way up. This just goes to show, since we haven't been rained on at all yet, knock on wood, that it really can be pouring rain when you're driving somewhere, and then all of a sudden when you finally get there you can hike in nice weather, but that's just Washington for you.
Yeah, we were paying attention to what the weather reports were saying, and it looked like it was going to clear up later in the day, which is part of the reason why we didn't leave the west side until like
11,
10,
yeah,
11,
definitely.
So guys, we've made it to Heather Lake, which is pretty freaking awesome. It's actually one of, we've decided, our favorite lake hikes that we've done in Washington, because the Mount Pilchuck area is one of my favorites, and we are happy that we ended up coming here, even if we weren't sure what the weather was going to do to us.
Well, we're leaving the lake
Yeah,
now.
we're heading out.
Yeah, it's pretty mosquito-y here.
I mean, it's incredibly beautiful,
Yes.
and we had a great time visiting, and we're glad we did. But oh my god, there's so many bugs.
Yeah, it is one of the most amazing lakes I've been to. I haven't been to Lake Serene, which is another place I really want to go, but this
Yeah.
would definitely give it a run for its money, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm sure. But I don't know. I'm glad we stopped by. I'm glad all of the crazy weather things happened that stopped us from going to the other destinations, and we came here.
I was so worried when it was pouring
I
rain in the
know.
car that we were just gonna like get out of the car and be walking in dumping rain.
It started coming
But,
down hard for a couple minutes.
Knock on wood.
Hasn't
It
yet.
hasn't rained yet.
We're probably about halfway down the trail right now,
Yeah.
and
We were talking about going on another hike today, but at
don't
this
think
point,
that's happening.
yeah, we don't really think so.
Yeah, it's close to 4, and I think we've both eaten all of our food, so we're gonna want to find somewhere to go eat pretty soon, I
Yeah.
think. So we finally made it back to the car, and we're gonna be going out to try and find some food. And we had a good hike. I think it was a good day, successful.
We had a good hike.
It rained on us for like half a second.
Did it?
Yeah.
I don't remember any rain.
It was like really light rain, and I was like, if this turns into a rainstorm, I'm gonna be so mad. But now it's like blue skies and everything's happy, so I think we lucked out. Well, we stopped at Mount Pilchuck Burger, and that was actually pretty good.
Yep, got milkshakes.
Yeah, now we're just finishing up our milkshakes.
I was hoping for caffeine, but milkshake was the only option,
Mhm.
so I went for massive amounts of sugar instead.
Yeah. Now we're probably just gonna head home, go back to the Seattle area, and call it a day. Maybe do some planning for future Western Wanderers things, but that's all secrets that you can't know about yet.
All secrets.
All secrets.
I don't even know why I told them that, Ellen.
Well, we had a pretty good time today, and I hope you guys are enjoying the vlogs. And let us know if you have any suggestions about things that we should do or shouldn't do when we're vlogging, because we're still pretty new to it. But we had a great time hiking today, and I think until next time.
It's kind of cool. This is the first real hike we did for a vlog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty neat.
And it wasn't too bad,
hmm
except for the river on the trail.
Yeah, the river was a little sketchy.
Anyway, until next time, I guess, see you on the trail.